didn't mean to rant. Man, where the heck did that come from? But anyway, let's go around and see what else we got done today, and I'll edit this video. We'll see what it looks like. Well, hey friends and neighbors, this is Chuck out at Sheraton Park Farms. Welcome back to the farm. So we're just doing some chores today. Nothing really specific, nothing really exciting. We've got a bunch of stuff around here that needs to be done. We're moving some chickens, we're moving some pigs. We've got some orders going out. You know, we just got a bunch of different stuff going on today. So not sure where this video is going to end up or what all we're going to be including on this, but me and Sandra and Ashton. Ashton's our ag tech here. That's what we're calling him. He's a part-time worker for us. Goes to high school just down the road here in their FFA program. So we're excited to have him. You're going to see him on camera some today. But we're just doing what we need to do out here. We know there's a lot of uncertainty in the world, a whole lot of stuff going on, and a lot of folks are really nervous and anxious about what's happening out in the world right now, but the farm goes on. So hang out with us for a little while, watch some folks just doing what we normally do. We're socially isolating. Hang around. So Ashton just got back from gathering eggs. A lot earlier in the day than we normally gather eggs, but we've got a bunch of orders right now that Sandra's trying to get together and get out. So we're working on getting our chores up and done and projects worked on and putting orders together all at the same time. So a lot of different stuff going on. earlier today we moved our little Berkshire cross, our Berkshire gilts that we're going to breed later on, and our cross pasture pigs, our red pigs. They're part Duroc, part Tamworth. They're just a Duke's mixture. We moved them over with our pregnant sows, our pregnant gilts, and put them all together. So we mixed a bunch of sizes today. So we brought the feeder over. We've got them some water set up. We'll walk out here and take a look at this real quick. But it's okay to, I guess the point being, it's okay to mix sizes on pigs because they're going to establish sort of a natural pecking order anyway. The little girl that was sort of the boss of the group with the Berkshire crosses is not the boss of the group over here. It's one of the older pregnant gilts. So it's been really kind of interesting to watch them during the day. Let's step across the fence. I'll show you the feeder that we've got them set up on. We'll show them the water. And then we've got them sequestered from the last 3 pigs that are going to go to processing, and they're going to go to processing in about 10 days. So we'll do a video showing setting up the chute again and loading them, because that's always a pretty popular thing to watch to see if I fall in pig poo again. So let's jump across the fence, take a look at what these guys got going on, and we'll talk a little more. We did move our round packs. I call it a packs. I mean, that's the brand that I've seen. I don't know what you call them. But we did move our round feeder over and filled it up. I think we've got a little footage of putting some feed in there. But these guys are on a piece of pasture that was split that we had. We were running about 12. We were running about 12 pigs on this, but they never really done much with the lower piece of it. So we've got our Berkshire cross, our Berkshire gilts, and our latest piglets, along with our pregnant sows over here on this lower side. I'm gonna pan around and just kind of show it to you, what it looks like. You can see there's still plenty of grass over here. Hey baby, what you doing? You see there's still plenty of grass over here. They've not torn this up very much. They've not done a whole lot with it. They've stayed up on the upper side, and I'm not sure why. But we've got, so there were 2, 4, so we've got 10. I think we've got 10 or 11 pigs over here now. So that'll be interesting to see what they do with it. And it was really nice. We had a large paddock set up for all of the pigs, and we just split it in 2. We just took a piece of sheep and goat netting and just split that thing in 2. We gave both sides some trees, so everybody's got a little shade, a little cover, feed and water. So we're set up pretty good. Let's walk out and take a look at the rest of the pigs and their water setup. Here's most of the crowd. Everybody looking good, exploring their new spot. Everyone come up here and check us out. I want to see what's going on. Everybody looks good, happy, playful. So you can pick out the 2 pregnant girls, due in about 3 or 4 weeks. So everybody's coming along nice. Let's walk out and take a look at the water. So here's a water barrel. Again, these are pickle barrels. We picked these things up for about 20 bucks a piece. And then use the pig nipples, get them at the local feed store, Tractor Supply. I think they're $6 or $7 a piece. So, you know, we end up with about $35, $36 in these things by the time we're done. Of course, you count the bulkhead, the bulkheads that go on the back side, another couple, but $40 to $40, $45 max. This one we've used it. This is the 3rd year. Yeah, they knock them over. Sometimes they mess a nipple up. They're really easy to fix. So, as far as a watering solution, it's pretty daggone economical, and it works good. You know. And then we moved the chickens today. Everybody's in a spot over there. Lots of fresh grass, scratching around, picking around. Gave them some scraps out of the refrigerator, just some food. It was time for it to be thrown out. So everybody over there just happy as a clam. It does my heart good to move animals onto a new piece of ground. There's just nothing like it. Nothing like seeing those critters start exploring the new spot for where they're at. So that's nice. And lastly on the pigs, we got the big three. These are the three barrows that are ready to go. We got an appointment for them in about 10 days at our processor. With all the stuff going on with the coronavirus, their calendar has filled up pretty quick. A lot of folks trying to get stuff done, understandably, and so we jumped on their calendar, and I think we're taking these pigs here in about 10 days. So got another big announcement we're going to let you in on here in just a minute, so hang out with us and we'll get to that in just a second. So I want to talk just a minute to those of you that are farming and are doing things similar to the way we do and are selling at markets and have a retail business and that kind of thing. First off, for those of you that have been selling to restaurants that are hurting right now and suffering right now, I totally get that. That's not something that we had really gotten into a whole lot. We had contracted with a couple restaurants and then done a few special cuts, but it wasn't a long-term relationship. So that wasn't a key piece of our business. But farmers markets are, and as we're getting into that market season, we're coming up on that really, really fast. Ton of uncertainty on what's going to happen with local farmers markets. And I think that's really that's a tough pill to swallow whenever you see Walmart and Aldi and Kroger and Harris Teeter and Food Line and Lowe's Foods and all these other grocery stores staying open, but they're shutting down farmers markets. I don't know what's going to happen to the markets that we attend. We don't know that yet. But I know in Virginia, if my understanding is correct, Governor Northam has said any kind of gathering that has greater than 10 folks is subject to, I think it's a Class 2 misdemeanor. And so there are some farmers markets that are shutting down. The difficulty that I have with that is there are people that utilize farmers markets as their primary source of food. And so, again, that's a tough pill to swallow, because now what's happening is you're forcing people into purchasing food that is coming through channels that are a lot less transparent than local farms are. Our farm is open. If somebody wants to come out here and see how we're doing things, they're welcome to do it. Come on, take a look. We're glad to show you how we raise our pigs, how we raise our chickens, how our eggs are gathered, what we do with all of those kinds of things. Call up Tyson or Smithfield, which is owned by China, or a company in China, which is essentially owned by the government of China. Call up Smithfield and tell them you want to go see a pig house. They're not going to let you do it. So, point I'm making, for those of you that are farming like us, that have a retail business, I think there's an opportunity right now. For the past week, we have hit Facebook really hard with ads. We've hit Craigslist really hard with ads. We have followed up on our email marketing list fairly regular to the folks that subscribe to that, to let people know that we're still in business and that we're still open and we have things available. Our business the past 2 days has been phenomenal. But I think there's a couple things that you need to remember whenever you're following up on that and trying to get the word out. Number one, you've got to make it as easy as possible for folks to buy from you. Just limiting things to on-farm sales. We've had a little bit of on-farm business, but the majority of our business has been delivery. Folks don't want to get out. There's a lot of fear about going out into public right now, so folks don't want to get out. So we've had a huge delivery business. Sandra, I think she said, driven over 250 miles today just doing deliveries within 25, 30 miles of the farm. Now, she's tried to combine some of those, but she'll go out and do 2 deliveries, and by the time she gets back, she's got 2 more orders, different part of town. So, I mean, it's just a lot of running around. But it's been well worth our time, well worth our effort. So you got to make it easy for folks to buy. On farm, you need to make some, if you can, you need to make delivery an option. Another thing, and I know there are some folks out there that have some hesitancy about this. accepting credit cards. I know there's a fee involved. I get that. We use Square. I think it's 2.9% per charge, plus 30 cents a transaction, whatever it is. But I will gladly pay that for what we've been able to capture today. If we had only been taking cash, I don't think we would have done a third of the business that we've done today. Cards make it easy for folks to spend. It is ubiquitous in culture now. Hardly ever do people carry cash. I'm one of them. If I've got 20 bucks in my pocket, I'm loaded. I've got a lot of cash because we just use cards for everything now. It's a very secure transaction. There's security with the debit and the credit cards, so make it easy for folks to spend their money with you. They want to do that, and they need to feel like their experience with you is very similar to a grocery store. It needs to be professional, it needs to be clean, it needs to be quick, it needs to be smooth, it needs to be easy. It needs to be easy for them to purchase from you. So I think for local farms right now, there is a big opportunity, but you got to take it, and you've got to step out of your comfort zone just a little bit to take advantage of those opportunities and find out what your community needs. You know, and we've heard some people say, well, you're taking advantage. Well, no, I'm not. We have something to offer that folks can't get anywhere else. I was accused of price gouging yesterday because we charge $7.99. I think it's $7.99. We charge $7.99 a pound for ground beef. I was accused of price gouging. No, man, that's our prices. We're not Walmart, and you're not Walmart. So if you're a small farm and you're in the retail business, cover your costs. You take a lot of risk whenever you bring that animal onto your farm, you feed that animal, you raise that animal, and you could lose that animal at any point in time to God knows what. So you take a lot of risk, and you need to be paid for your risk. Look at this as a business. I understand that a lot of farmers feel like it's, you know, there's a lot of benevolence in it, and yeah, there is a lot of benevolence in it. We've given away a lot of stuff over the past couple weeks, but we've also done pretty well. And if you're farming and you're providing a service and you're providing a product for folks that is high quality, then you need to be paid for that as well. So here's another little task that we got done today. These chickens were all down in our brooder, and so we were able to get them moved up here into a chicken tractor today. So they're in a tractor out on grass, scratching around for bugs and worms and learning to be chickens. And still got a couple cool nights ahead. So we've got a brooder lamp hanging in here, and they'll be fine. Everybody's starting to feather out. We still got a couple of fuzz balls, but I think everybody will be fine tonight. So we'll let them do their thing. So through this whole thing, we've had a lot of folks also asking for chicken, and we've already sold out what we did have left. But first group of broilers are going to be ready for processing in about 4 weeks, so we should have plenty of chicken then. We've got 60 new chicks down in the brooder, and I think we've got somewhere around 400 chickens ordered between now and the middle of June. So we're going to have plenty of chickens, so hang in there with us. But mentioned a while ago, we've got another announcement that we want to make on our processing. We've also bought a steer from a farmer that is a friend of ours that raises animals in the same way that we do, grass-fed, no hormones, antibiotics, any of that kind of thing. So we're going to be picking that steer up, and we'll be processing that. I think it's April 2nd or 3rd. So we're going to be adding some more beef to the products that we have to offer. So if you're interested in beef, hang on. We're going to have some beef, and we're really excited. It's a black Angus steer, so a lot of high quality beef. If you're interested more in how we raise our pigs and how we raise our chickens, there's a couple of playlists here, so I invite you to click on those and follow along and see how we're doing things. And if you've not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, follow along with us, leave us a comment down below, and I think that's it. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks.